Hi, this is Pastor James L. Brown, the pastor of Loving Life Fellowship in Toccoa, Georgia. I want to start out today. I want to ask you a question. How would you feel if you could ask God to meet your need and He say to you, "Here am I"? Well, I want to talk to you today from Isaiah chapter 58. Let's start with verse 7. It says, "Is it not to share your food with the hungry and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter? When you see the naked, to clothe him, and not to turn away from your own flesh and blood." It says in verse 8, "Then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will quickly appear. Then your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard." Now, what I want to share with you today is that God wants us to be able to come before Him with an open hand, so that as He placed things in our hand, He can freely take those things out. It's just a simple means of trust. God is saying to you, if you will simply just share with your food with those that are hungry, if you will simply help those who are poor and need shelter, if you will simply try to clothe those who are naked, He said, and not turn away from your own flesh and blood. That is something, because oftentimes those who are closest with us, to us, are the ones we tend to hurt the most. He said, if you will simply just follow through those simple steps, He said, then your light will break forth like the dawn, which is saying that your prosperity will come forth. In other words, we'll be able to see the prosperity coming to you. Not only that, then your healing will quickly appear. The things that have been hurting you for so long, it simply means, when you look it up, that it would have a long bandage on it. And it simply means that you will be able to be healed quickly. Then it says, then your righteousness will go before you. In verse 8. Now, what does that mean to us? What that means is that God has placed in us a characteristic of righteousness, and it will shine forth. It will be seen before us as we go forth and break forth in the things that God has desired for us to do. Then it says the glory of the Lord will be our rear guard. What does that mean to you? It means that if you allow God to trust you, if God can trust you, if you will simply allow Him to place things in your hand and take those things out of your hand as He has need, then He said, I will be your rear guard. He will protect you from the things that are trying to come against you, the things that are trying to come against your family, the things that are trying to attack your finances. He said, I will be your rear guard, and it will not be able to get near you. Then in verse 9 it says, then you will call on the Lord, and the Lord will answer you for your cry of help. When you have need, when you cry for help, He says, I will answer you. It says in verse 9 that He will simply say, here am I.